any LinkedIn profile, you can go to the company page, you can scroll down here and you can click on ads and you can see what they're doing. It's funny because like almost every company running LinkedIn ads does the exact same thing. So this should not be, this should be
Now,
interesting. We'll go through it.
do you have to be a premium user to creep other companies' ads, or?
No, I think it's some type of like data transparency thing
Oh,
that
wow. Okay.
most ad platforms do this now. So ads, go in here and you can see all of the posts that they've been promoting. So this one,
Got nothing.
this is what register for a webinar, right? Or a virtual roundtable.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's targeted for telehealth. So let's just see if we can get down to something a little bit more. Okay. The future of digital work. This looks like a white paper. Let's click on it. Okay. Another interesting thing, if you're running LinkedIn ads, is that it's going to pull the email that you have on your account. And 99% of people are going to have their personal email, not their business email in the account. So that's something to consider when you're running LinkedIn ads, is you're paying somewhere between $40 and $500 to get my email address of a personal email and potentially my phone number. And it looks like my company name and not even my title. So that's another trade-off on both LinkedIn and Facebook, is that you're going to mainly get personal emails and have to enrich some other way.
On the flip side of that, some companies don't mind it because you don't have to deal with the pain of, oh, this person changed jobs and now their contact info is no longer valid. Mm-hmm. Like that was a huge problem at Sales Hacker, which we actually never really got around to solving, because if you think about the industry, B2B sales, it's a revolving door for a lot of people. You know, salespeople, they don't last very long these days. And there's a number of factors that contribute to why that is. But essentially, we'd realize like every couple months that we'd have just a ton of just hard bounces from like broken email addresses that are no longer valid. Just want to throw that in there.
Cool. So this is a perfect example, and I'll go through and I'll dissect the ad, and then I'll tell you what I would do instead. Not that my way is the right way. It just gives you a different perspective, because this is what every company's doing. Okay. The annual average turnover rate of an agent in a contact center is between 30 and 45%. It doesn't have to be blah, 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 blah. And then empower your contact agents. And again, download direct email contact, because they need to be able to measure their lead and report back into that. Okay. So if instead, what I would do is the first one, I wouldn't be doing most of this on LinkedIn. I'd be doing it on Facebook, because the way that I do it is based on communication, not on leads. So I need to be able to do it at a lower cost. And so the average annual turnover rate of a U.S. contact agent, I would pull this one statement, and then that would become the headline of a Facebook ad. I would then pull the study and I would write a blog on the study, 4 paragraphs. Here's what the study showed. Here's why it's important to you, contact center person that we're targeting. Here's what it means. Here's what you can do about it. And then there's going to be a link, but it's going to be a link to a deeper piece of content, not to get a demo, not to go and check out the product. When we look at these types of things, this is cold targeted, which means that the people have not seen an ad before. They haven't been to your website. They may not know your brand. They are definitely not searching for RingCentral contact center stuff right now. So we're trying to educate them on a problem. And the problem is that there's a big turnover rate. Okay, so that's step one. I want in this execution for people that are managers or directors at contact centers to know that there's a big turnover rate. That's ad 1. Then from there, I'm going to go into this ebook, and there's 5 ways. And I'm going to write a blog on each of the 5 different ways. And it's, again, going to be in the same format, 4 to 6 paragraphs. Here's what you can do. Here's why it's important. Here's what you're going to need. Here's blah, 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 blah. And that at that point, it might be interesting to start to introduce the product. And so there are ways to break down communication so that you can deliver the information in a digestible way and help people get there. The challenge with this execution on LinkedIn is, one, I just think it's too expensive to be able to run. I mean, for RingCentral, they're throwing a bunch of ad money in the trash, so I'm not sure it matters to them. But for smaller businesses that are trying to be efficient and smart about what they're doing, you're going to end up paying $100 for someone to download this white paper, and they're probably not ever going to read it. And so those are a couple of ways that you could do it differently, I'm sure. And it all comes down to, can you target the people that you're trying to get to on Facebook? There probably are ways. It's just the question of how efficient and how narrow it's going to be. Am I going to get exactly everyone that I want, or am I going to for every 3 people I get the ad to, I'm only one of the people are going to be who I'm going after based on how I need to target. But that is an example of how I would do it differently.